Since its first episode in 1966, Star Trek has gone through 5 total live-action series, with another one just about to premiere. Star Trek Discovery was announced back in November of 2015 and has undergone several challenges on its way to TV. There were several rumors that the series almost got shelved entirely on a few occasions. But are there any other Star Trek series that did get shelved prior to their release? My name is Matt and welcome to Are You Interested? Today we're going to talk about what we think are the 3 most interesting unmade Star Trek series, starting all the way back with Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry himself. Prior to the start of The Next Generation, Gene Roddenberry and Paramount were working on several different concepts for a reboot to the Star Trek franchise. One of these concepts centered around an Enterprise run almost entirely by Starfleet Academy cadets, captained by a Vulcan. The creators of the concept, Sam and Greg Strangis, later said that their idea paralleled the late 80s world they were living in at the time. In this new Star Trek, the Klingons were actually allies with the Federation. The main villains came in the form of a sort of jihadist organization, and the Enterprise would have been routinely dispatched to deal with them. This concept sounds intriguing, but what happened to it? Sam and Greg Strangis turned their proposal and script into Paramount for further development, but all progress on the series stopped when the script reached Gene Roddenberry. There isn't a whole lot of information about it, but it seems that Roddenberry just didn't like the concept, and so it was scrapped in favor of The Next Generation. The Star Trek world did end up getting to see an Enterprise crewed by Starfleet cadets though, when 2009 Star Trek used a similar concept. The next abandoned series we're going to talk about centered around one of Star Trek's most beloved characters, Harry Mudd. Harry Mudd was a con artist and a swindler with a strong taste for alcohol. He was featured in 2 episodes of the original series and in 1 episode of the animated series. His attempts to swindle Kirk and the rest of the Enterprise crew, as well as his over-the-top demeanor, quickly made him a fan favorite. It was this fan popularity that made the studio quickly consider a spin-off centered around this character. Not a lot is known about this potential spin-off other than that, but it surely would have been interesting to see Harry Mudd on a series of his own. Gene Roddenberry was very picky with its development, and by the time the original series was cancelled, its spin-off never even made it off the ground. All of this was developed unbeknownst to the actor who played Mudd, Roger C. Carmel. Carmel didn't even find out about the potential spin-off until the Desilu party after the cancellation of the original series. Roddenberry expressed his own disappointment to Carmel about the Mudd series never making it past the initial development stages, which was the first time Carmel had ever even heard of it. Star Trek fans will get to meet Harry Mudd again though, as Rainn Wilson takes on the character in Star Trek Discovery. The final unmade Star Trek series we're going to talk about today was to be the continuation of the original series, Star Trek Phase 2. In the late 1970s, Star Trek's post-cancellation popularity was soaring. It was so popular, in fact, that Paramount executives were planning on launching a brand new Star Trek TV show to kick off their brand new 4th television network. It was to be called Star Trek Phase 2, and it would have featured all of the cast and characters from the original series, except for one. Leonard Nimoy, who played Spock, was only offered a role in 2 out of the first season's 13 planned episodes. This insulted Nimoy, as he felt that both he and the character deserved more, and he declined to be involved. The character of Zahn was written in his place. Zahn was also a Vulcan and also the Enterprise's science officer. He was, however, a full Vulcan, rather than half-human as in the case of Spock. The character was to be played by David Gautreaux, who we can see play Zahn in some early production test footage from Phase 2's development. Phase 2's first episode was titled In Thy Image. Without going into spoilers, the plot of this script was extremely similar to what became Star Trek the Motion Picture. It wasn't a coincidence. Paramount executives, including future Disney CEO Michael Eisner, decided to turn that script into a Star Trek motion picture, transitioning all work on Phase 2 into that film. Nimoy was offered a more fitting, prominent role in the motion picture, writing Zahn out of the script. Zahn actor Gautreaux did make an appearance, however, as Commander Branch of the Epsilon 9 station. So, what do you think? Would you have liked to see any of the Star Trek series we talked about today? Let us know in the comments down below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more episodes of Are You Interested?